Hitherto I explained the important characteristic features or diagnostic features of the families Liliaceae, Fabaceae and Solanaceae. The other aspects in the 5th chapter, that is in first PUC, Morphology of flowering plants. Let me start with this morphology of flowering plants from the beginning. Actually, Liliaceae, Solanaceae, Fabaceae, that's given in the end. We have already explained that, but coming to the morphology of the flowering plants, number one aspect is, say for example, a typical plant like mustard. This is the mustard plant. Mustard plant. It consists of aerial root system and underground root system. Root system, it has taproot, secondary roots and tertiary roots. Taproot is also called mother root. This kind of root system is called a taproot system. And it consists of stem as well as leaves, flowers, flower buds and fruits. These are the various important parts of the aerial parts of the plant body, that is the mustard. So next to this, so coming to the roots. Roots are of two types. Monocots, usually they have fibrous type of root system. That means roots arise from a single point like this. In Kannadadalli ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ತಾತನ ಗಡ್ಡ ತರ ಬಂದಿರುತ್ತೆ, that is called fibrous roots. And the taproot system, there is a main root called mother root, secondary roots and tertiary roots can be seen. These roots usually arise from the radical. Some roots arise from other than radical. Such roots are called adventitious roots. For example, monstera plant. In case of monstera, these roots arise from other than the radical. Similarly, the prop roots, as you have seen the banyan tree. In case of banyan tree, what happens? Here, the tree, from the lowermost branches in the banyan tree, large tree, and some special roots arise. And they grow vertically downwards, reach the soil and offer support. Prop roots and monstera, in case of monstera, adventitious roots, these are all the roots which arise from the parts other than the radical. Another best example for this are the stilt roots. In case of maize, sugarcane, etc., some roots arise from the lowermost nodes and they reach the soil and offer mechanical support. And whereas in case of the Avicennia rhizopora, there we can see the roots. These are the plants which grow in the salt regions, saline regions, and there the plant produces, in addition to taproot system, the plant produces some special type of roots which grow above the soil vertically, and they have pores called pneumatophores, through which exchange of gases takes place. So these are all the various types of adventitious roots. For NEET, this is very important examples. For the math, the following, they may give such type of questions. So coming to the important parts of the roots have, in case of the root will have the three regions. That is the region of the divisions, that is meristematic region of elongation and region of maturation, three regions. This can be compared with the cell division and cell elongation and cell differentiation. And here there is a thimble-like structure, a metal cap-like structure called root cap can be seen. And this is the meristematic region, and this region where vigorous growth, elongation region, and this is the maturation region. These are the various parts of the roots. And this is also very important, a thimble metal cap-like structure, that is called the root cap. So this is also very important for the NEET. Usually the questions that we neglect, that will appear in the NEET examinations. Usually What are the normal functions of the roots means fixation and absorption. Fixation and absorption are the important functions of the root. Besides this, sometimes roots perform some special functions for which they are suitably modified. This is known as modification of roots. Modification of roots. For example, in case of carrot, taproot is modified and performs the function of storage of food. It is conical in shape. In case of radish, we can see the mulangi. In case of radish, we can see the portion swollen in the middle and tapering towards both the ends. Swollen in the middle. And here also, taproot is modified and performs the function of storage of food. This has attained a fusiform shape or spindle shape, swollen in the middle, tapering towards, that we can see in case of radish. In case of carrot, it has conical shape and help in the storage of food. And coming to the beetroot, it has napiform shape. So these are all the various taproot modifications besides the normal functions. Sometimes roots perform special functions. For example, in case of radish, carrot, beet, the taproot is modified and performs the function of storage of food. These things are very, very important. After the root, next is the stem part. Stem offers support, and it also helps in the translocation of food and water because xylem and phloem are present in the stem. Very important in almost all parts, but the offer support and the translocation of both food and water are the chief functions of the stem. Besides these normal functions, stem performs some special functions for which it is suitably modified, called modification of stems. In case of modification of stems, three types of modifications can be seen: aerial modification, subaerial modification, and underground modification. Aerial modification, subaerial modification, and underground modification. In case of the bougainvillea, so the different parts of stem, that is also very important. Different parts of stem are nodes, internode region. So stem consists of like parts like nodes, and the region between the nodes is known as internode region. And usually axillary buds arises from the nodal region. They may develop into inflorescence or into branch. Axillary bud, in aerial modification of the stem, axillary bud is modified into thorn, as in case of bougainvillea. Paper hoo anta kariತೀವಿ, ಹೀಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಇದು, heart shaped leaves ಇರುತ್ತೆ, and then here the axillary bud of the stem is modified into thorn in case of bougainvillea. Whereas in case of cucumber or pumpkin, here the axillary bud is modified into tendril. Axillary bud is modified into tendril. This is also very, very important. So these are the different modifications, that is aerial modification. Once again I will repeat. In case of the cucurbita, axillary bud is modified into tendril, it offers support, and in case of bougainvillea, axillary bud is modified to thorn and it offers protection. These are the aerial modifications. Coming to the subaerial modifications. So, in case of subaerial modification, ground level modification, in case of grass, strawberry as given in the book Axalis, the stem creeps away little distance and strikes off roots and develops into new plant body. It is called runner. Whereas in case of mint and jasmine, the axillary bud arises from the stem and grows inside the soil, creeps away little distance, strikes off roots, that is stolon modification. Aquatic form of stolon is called offset modification. For example, pistia and eichhornia. Eichhornia commonly called water hyacinth. In case of, I will give you core word to remember. These things are very, very important. Usually the students will neglect these things and that will appear in the examination. In case of pineapple, chrysanthemum and banana. You see PCB on core word. In case of pineapple, chrysanthemum, banana, here the roots, the axillary bud arises from the ground level, within the ground, strikes off roots, and this is known as sucker modification. Actually can be seen in case of the pineapple, chrysanthemum and banana. So this is about subaerial modification. Coming to the underground modification, and stem is underground and modified into rhizome in case of ginger and turmeric. It is underground. You see why it is stem? Here nodes and internodes can be seen, and also roots arise from the nodal region here. This is the underground stem modified and performs the function of storage of food, that is called rhizome modification. Can be seen in case of the ginger and the turmeric. And the stem is underground, modified into bulb in case of onion. So the stem is underground. Here the roots, you can see the roots arise from the basal portion. That is the fibrous roots, because the fibrous roots that is the characteristic feature of monocots, and it is the member of Liliaceae. That already I explained about this. This is underground, modified into bulb, and it is modified into corm in zameen called Amorphophallus. It is modified into corm modification. Zameen corm is very important, usually we will forget. And one member of Liliaceae also shows corm modification, that is Carchicum autumnale, already explained by explaining the Liliaceae. That is about the stem modifications. Coming to the leaves. Leaves are meant for photosynthesis. They can be compared with the kitchen houses in the plant. Preparation of food takes place. That is the normal function. Sometimes leaves perform some special functions for which they are suitably modified. A leaf-like structure present at the base of the leaf called stipule. Stipules modified into terminal parts of, not stipules. Stipules are modified into spines in case of citrus, that is the leaf modification, and the terminal parts of the leaflets modified into tendril in Pisum sativum offers mechanical support. These are some of the leaf modifications. Whereas in case of Australian acacia, petiole is expanded and leaflets are highly reduced. Petiole expanded and performs the function of photosynthesis, that is in Australian acacia. Usually ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಮರ್ತೋಗ್ತಾರೆ, ಅದು ಕೂಡ important ಇವೆಲ್ಲ leaf modification. Whereas in case of insectivorous plants like pitcher, drosera, etc., there the leaves are modified into different structures to catch the insects, that is the leaf modification. And coming to the leaf parts, one minute. Coming to the leaf parts, say for example hibiscus leaf, it is given in the book also, and here the stipules, a leaf-like structure, and this is the petiole, and this is the midrib portion, and these are the vein and veinlets, and this is leaf margin, and this is the leaf tip. So the important parts of the leaf are the petiole and the leaf blade, margin, and leaf apex, midrib portion, vein and veinlets. The arrangement of vein and veinlets called venation. So this leaf is a dicot leaf of hibiscus, hence it has reticulate venation, and here in hibiscus especially a leaf-like structure present at the base of the leaf called stipules. This is such leaves are called stipulate leaves. Hence the important parts are stipule and then petiole, leaf margin, leaf base, leaf apex, midrib, vein and veinlets are the important parts of the leaf. And coming to the inflorescence, arrangement of flowers on the floral axis, the arrangement of single flower or group of flowers on the peduncle or the floral axis called inflorescence. The two major types of inflorescence are the racemose and cymose type of inflorescence. So this is the racemose type of inflorescence. Young at the top, old at the base. So this is crotalaria, member of Fabaceae. And here this is Datura plant of Solanaceae. Here solitary cymose type of inflorescence, single flower. Or as in jasmine, old at the top and young at the base. Here opposite. Young at the top, old at the base. And you see the old flowers are nothing but the fruits. So this kind of inflorescence called racemose and cymose type of inflorescence. Young at the top, old at the base. And here the old at the top, young at the base or single flower is also said to be cymose type of inflorescence. And here the main axis shows indefinite growth, and here this is definite growth. This is indefinite type of inflorescence. This is definite type of inflorescence. Here the young at the top, old at the base. Here the old at the top, young at the base are single, that may be called solitary cymose type of inflorescence. Coming to the flowers.